Have you ever found yourself in a situation where a woman says something that seems harmless, but you can't help but wonder if there's a deeper meaning behind it? What if I told you that 80% of human communication is nonverbal? That means her body language, tone, and even those seemingly innocent phrases are loaded with hidden messages that you might be missing. Imagine being able to decode what she's really trying to tell you, even when she's not saying it directly. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be equipped with the knowledge to read between the lines and understand exactly what a woman means when she speaks. Navigating relationships is challenging, especially when it feels like you're not fully understanding each other. Communication is the key to any strong relationship, but it's not just about the words you exchange. Women, in particular, often communicate in ways that go beyond what's being said. While men might be more straightforward, women are known to use subtle signals that can be misinterpreted by those who aren't tuned in to these nonverbal cues. This is why paying attention to these cues is essential for understanding deeper feelings, desires, and emotional connections. Relationships aren't just about keeping a conversation going, it's about understanding what isn't being said. And today, we'll dive into some of the most common phrases women use to communicate their feelings of attraction and desire in a way that goes beyond words. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of how to recognize these signs and respond in a way that strengthens the bond between you and her. Clue number 1, I feel so safe with you. When a woman says, I feel so safe with you, it's a significant statement that carries much more weight than a simple compliment. Women are naturally inclined to seek emotional and physical security in relationships. Emotional safety refers to feeling at ease enough to share vulnerabilities without the fear of judgment or rejection. This safety isn't just about physical protection, it's about mental and emotional reassurance. According to research, emotional security is a critical factor that influences long-term attraction and connection. Women tend to gravitate toward men who provide stability and consistency, as unpredictability or emotional instability can create feelings of anxiety or stress. When a woman expresses that she feels safe with you, it's an indication that she trusts you deeply. Trust forms the foundation of any successful relationship. And once she feels emotionally secure, intimacy can develop naturally. In the moment when she says, I feel so safe with you, it's not just about the present experience. It's her way of signaling that she feels she can be vulnerable with you. It's a sign that she's emotionally connected to you and values the sense of comfort you provide. Most men miss these subtle clues, either brushing them off or failing to realize the significance. When she says this, don't just nod and say, of course. Instead, acknowledge her feelings by looking her in the eye and responding, you deserve to feel safe always. This simple phrase reinforces the sense of security and lets her know that you understand the weight of her words. This small gesture can create an even stronger emotional bond between you both, making her feel more connected and comfortable. Clue number 2, you smell so good. Compliments about your scent might seem like a throwaway comment, but they're actually a powerful signal. Scent is closely tied to memory and emotion, which is why it's one of the most powerful ways to form a connection. Studies from Oxford University suggest that humans are capable of making deep associations with scents, which is why a specific fragrance can evoke feelings of attraction and even nostalgia. When a woman says you smell good, it's not just about recognizing a pleasant scent. She's subconsciously associating that smell with something pleasurable, perhaps even something intimate. What's fascinating is that scent plays a crucial role in the way we perceive each other. Women, in particular, are more sensitive to scent as part of the attraction process, with many studies indicating that women are biologically inclined to find certain smells more appealing, often because they signal genetic compatibility. So when a woman leans in and says, "You smell so good," she's not just commenting on your choice of cologne, she's making an emotional connection with your presence. Your scent may be triggering feelings of comfort, attraction, or even desire. This is a non-verbal way of showing you that she's drawn to you on a deeper level. In response, don't just say, "Thanks," and leave it at that. Instead, make the moment more playful and personal by saying something like, "I'm glad you like it. It's one of my favorites." This will not only show that you're engaged in the moment, but it also reinforces the idea that your scent is linked to positive feelings. The more you reinforce the association between you and that particular scent, the more likely she is to think of you every time she encounters it. Clue number 3. We should hang out somewhere more private. This phrase is a classic sign that a woman is interested in taking the connection to a more intimate level. When she says this, it's not just a casual suggestion, it's an invitation to spend one-on-one time together in a space where the two of you can focus on each other without distractions. The key here is understanding the context. If you're in a crowded or noisy setting, and she suggests moving to a quieter, more private place, she's likely trying to create an opportunity for deeper interaction. This is a clear signal that she enjoys your company and wants to connect with you on a more personal level. In these situations, many men make the mistake of overthinking things or assuming that she's just being polite. But in reality, she's testing the waters to see if you're picking up on her hints. Women tend to feel more comfortable expressing their desires for privacy with someone they trust. If she feels secure enough to ask for privacy, it means she feels emotionally safe with you and wants to strengthen the bond. Your response here matters greatly. Instead of downplaying the situation or assuming she's being too forward, acknowledge the opportunity and offer a response that invites her to lead the way. A smooth reply like, "That sounds like a great idea. Let's find a spot where we can really talk," shows that you're interested in spending more time together without putting too much pressure on the situation. Let her take the lead and follow her lead with respect and genuine interest in what she has to say. Clue number 4. I can't stop thinking about that night. When a woman says, "I can't stop thinking about that night," she's not just reminiscing about the past. She's emotionally reliving the experiences you shared together. This is a powerful sign that she's forming a deeper emotional attachment. Unlike men, who might be attracted to a moment or an experience, women often connect more deeply to the emotions tied to those moments. This is called emotional nostalgia, a psychological phenomenon where past experiences are tied to strong emotional feelings, and they become a way for women to relive those connections. The key takeaway here is that when a woman brings up a specific night, she's not just making small talk. She's inviting you into her emotional world. She wants to know if you remember that night the same way she does, and if those emotions still resonate with you. So, when she says this, don't just respond with a casual, "Yeah, it was fun." Instead, dig deeper into the memory with her by asking, which part of the night stood out the most to you? This not only invites her to revisit those feelings, but it also opens the door to a more intimate, meaningful conversation. The goal is to keep the connection alive, allowing her to express the emotions tied to that experience while also engaging in a deeper level of bonding. Clue number 5. I wish this night would never end. If a woman says, "I wish this night would never end," she's not just enjoying the moment. She's emotionally engaged with you in a way that transcends the event itself. This phrase is a clear sign of deep attraction. It's called temporal distortion, where time feels like it's flying by because the two of you are so wrapped up in each other's presence. When a woman expresses this, it's a reflection of how emotionally and physically connected she feels to you in that moment. The trick here is to acknowledge her emotions without dismissing them or overcommitting to the situation. Instead of saying, "Yeah, it's getting late," or "Let's keep this going all night," you want to subtly keep the moment alive by asking her, "What would make it even better?" This question puts the ball in her court and allows her to share what she wants in a way that keeps the energy natural and relaxed. It also shows that you're attuned to her feelings and genuinely interested in extending the connection. Bonus clue: I love the way you make me feel. This is the ultimate phrase. A woman saying, "I love the way you make me feel," is revealing an intense emotional and physical attraction. This isn't just about surface-level compliments. It's about how you make her feel on a deeper, more profound level. Women are attracted to men who make them feel emotionally safe, desired, and understood. When she says this, she's giving you a glimpse into the unique impact your presence has on her life. Attraction goes beyond looks and material possessions. It's about how you make her feel in your presence. This is where many men make a mistake. They might brush off this type of compliment with a casual, "Glad to hear that." But this doesn't acknowledge the emotional depth of what she's saying. Instead, mirror her energy. Look her in the eye and say, "That means a lot to me because I love being around you too." This response deepens the emotional connection and helps solidify the bond. Conclusion: in relationships, the key to understanding a woman's attraction is paying attention to the little things. The subtle signals, the phrases, the body language, they all matter more than you might think. If a woman is bringing up past experiences, initiating private moments, or making you a central focus of her attention, she's showing you that she's invested. The most important thing is to listen, respond appropriately, and avoid overthinking. By doing so, you'll strengthen your emotional connection and create a deeper, more meaningful bond.